Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Astrology and the remedies used for it, especially the crystals, gemstones, to some extent puja and rudraksh, are correlating with physics, astrophysics, and metaphysics. So today I will say on this and try to bring an analogy that how astrology and these gemstones are falling under this branch of knowledge, or we call epistemology. Let's first start with physics. What you see, what you observe, what you analyze within a stipulated time and space known as spatio-temporal is physics. You find these gemstones, these crystals, and you take them to a physics laboratory. They are known as crystallographer. They can say you what is the bonding structure. A bonding is referred to inorganic chemistry. Well, I am not from science discipline. So, bonding of the atoms and ions to make a crystal. There are various types like feldspar groups, aventurine groups, so quartz group. So basing on this bonding structure, various groups are formed and they are just stones. You can say precious stones because centuries and centuries, even I can say millennia, were involved to make those stones in the womb of earth. So they are precious. Unlike gemstones, crystals are available more rampantly compared to gemstones. So they are known as semi-precious. That's it. Precious gemstones, semi-precious gemstones. If you attend any seminar of geology department where the experts are talking of crystals and gems, because I had once an opportunity to attend, you will hardly understand anything. They are analyzing the gemstones, the crystals, just like stones, their structure, their bonding. A light is nothing but a naturally formed salt, like we are thinking of rock salt nowadays, naturally formed salt. And the crystallographer they are saying that this is the structure of bonding. Stalactite, stalagmite, as you, if you have heard about your seventh class geography, how this are formed, like various form of chalks, nothing but chalks. So they are analyzing, geologists are analyzing these gemstones, these crystals, just as an object, physics. Nothing involved. This is a precious stone. You can use it as a jano to make a precious object, to use in jewelry, primarily jewelry. So they are costly also because they are rare. Crystals are more rampantly available. I will say more uh, easily available compared to gemstones. Rampant is not the right term. Rampant or amply available is not the right term, but compared to gemstones, so they are semi-precious. So it is physics. Now come to astrophysics. Astral physics. The stars, planets. So the scientists known as astronomers or astronomy expert, they are studying these planets just as you are checked. This is Earth, that is Pluto. I was looking into one webinar of Judith Hill, a leading medical astrology practitioner of ISAR, that is Western astrologer, where they are now trying to place Pluto, whether Pluto, which zodiac it should own. But an astronomer, Pluto, Neptune, they are just celestial objects. What is their speed? Are we going to suffer from any meteorite storm where Earth is susceptible to? When Sun is getting the heat, our ozone layer is degrading and the heat and the light of Sun will be more on Earth. Earth will be destroyed. So they are looking those astral objects just as planets. So that is why I said planets is an astronomical term where graha is an astrological term. This is astrophysics. You will be surprised to know even astronomy is not taught in many universities. Some universities it is astrophysics, though astrophysics and astronomy PhD you can do. It's like a super specialization. While astrology you can find in many universities. Primary maybe the reason that astrophysics is very top. So many people will not manage. I remember during my school days I was visiting this planetarium near my home, and many astrophysics scholars were there, and they were thinking of developing this observatory where they can observe the celestial movements of these planets. Again, this is on the realm of time and space, not beyond that. Not beyond that. So, physics and astrophysics, they are under the realm of spatio-temporal periphery. Now, let's move to metaphysics. Are there any objects which are existent beyond the spatio-temporal periphery? Does God exist? Do these celestial objects have some impact on humans? This is beyond space and time. Does God? Now think how you can confine him. Space and time. Infinity. Even some say that does number exist? It's a good metaphysical question. So you can find many metaphysical questions if you type God. If you type that in Google. But metaphysics is taught under philosophy, not in physics. Philosophy is the mother of all knowledge, where thinkers were thinking of developing many disciplines and they try to systematize something and which they fail to systematize, they put it into metaphysics. Yes, possibly there is something, some impact of these planets on us. When this Purnima is happening, there is turmoil inside us. So, but they put it under metaphysics. So this astrology deriving the terrestrial impact of the celestial objects, as Dr. Raman says. So I say that there are the indicators of reading the prarabdha, or they are the indicators of finding the disease pattern for a native. They all are true. But this is under the realm of metaphysics. Similarly, gemstones, crystals, mostly crystals, they are used in Western countries and basically used for, they are known as the angel touch. So, some cosmic energy is said to be associated with specific crystals. So, these crystals, they can bring you prosperity. They can heal your physical and mental imbalances. Physical imbalances is known as disease. Disease. We are not treating these gemstones or crystals as just objects like physicists do. So that is why this astrology, application of gemstones too, for your healing purposes, they are beyond physics and astrophysics, falling under metaphysics. So I made a very systematic video saying 5 minutes on physics and this gemstones and crystals, 5 minutes on astronomy or astrophysics, and 5 minutes on metaphysics. So in our case, we are try to the metaphysical aspect of these planets and these gemstones for our well-being. But technically, if you see, like a sculpture, he's making one very beautiful statue. He's not able to connect with that. Oh, Goddess Saraswati. I'll just make this statue or statuees, small statues, not able to connect. That's why if you visit to any sculpturist, he'll say that the Ganesh, he is doing as per his convenience. The Ganesh is lying, Ganesh is up, Ganesh is down, and finally he give you a very good sculpture. But for him, it is just one of his creation, just an object. The person who is worshipping it, now he is going to the realm of metaphysics, beyond objects. So this is all about your astrology, gemstones, or physics, astrophysics, and metaphysics, and where we are coming and how. So I hope you like this video. You will not get this kind of videos normally, but I always try to clump knowledge into a system. So anyway, this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with a new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.